a guess. Lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimon suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the console. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring message.
Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh, how long I have waited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the sovereign of Vermont! Long live the sovereign!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy knife both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers. Fate.
Now, which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Are you the one, then? Ah, it must be you. You've got an arrogant look. Aha! I thought I recognized you. I ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do? Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
Thankless job, this.
No one's coming to my rescue.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get 'em up!
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site.
Sets my thoughts.
I do not understand how it is they compel us.
Maybe I'll treat myself to a tickle before bed.
Such worn out gear.
Time for you to get to work. Get to work, you rotten layabout. If that's not clear.
You are prepared to work. Then you all begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off.
vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap, or aught that poses.
All I've got left is my eggs.
A job well done. What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
No, the damn thing's been awoke. You but fell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives! Get me out of here! Now!
Observe your foes carefully. Perhaps the situation demands. Shields offer welcome protection from attacks. Boulders, barrels, and the like can make effective weapons with a clever combatant. When delivering target strikes, I would recommend clinging to your foe.
Are you unharmed?
Concern it!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisa.
God, son it. The accursed creature escaped. Oh, you! Get back here! Quickly!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must jump. That is the only path forward.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down! It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? It is a wonder you survived. Accompany me to... Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Vermont. Could it be you were held in the neighboring country of Batal? Nay, I suppose that's unlikely. You've been estranged from Batal now since the war. It is difficult to imagine any citizen of Vermont being sent there. Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word. If you find your strength flagging, buy the curative or have a bit of green wine. When one of the fiends comes for you, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the... There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is. You're going. You can't just run off now.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns. They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray, come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
people here are evacuated and safe, for the moment. This world is connected to innumerable other realms beyond the rift, which pawns, such my kind, is duty-bound to serve you, Arisen, and to use the knowledge we glean in these distant worlds to your benefit. I myself look forward to traveling alongside you, and using my...
Well, I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you...
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do so. Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the riftstones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded. Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world. And when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to... Very well. Make...
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
I won't take that lying down. Experiences a battle here. Listen.
Going out, are you? You sure that's a good idea? You ought at least rest for the evening. There should be a spare bed in the lodgings yonder. Only don't go rushing off before you're ready. Take it from me. You're better off resting while you have the chance.
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a finer inn. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless. Even you should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day.
Hey all, you a soldier? Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fit.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way?
Ocado.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that?
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't fun. You've my thanks. And Ocado's as well, I'm sure.
We must make haste if we are to arrive in time to assist. Look, Master! Goblins!
Naught compares to the thrill of victory.
One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Trisha, what am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
If that is what you wish, Arisen, I'll go on ahead.
Pitiable Arisen.
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. Hope to see you again.
Behold the state of the village. 'Tis a sorry sight indeed. The dragon truly is calamity incarnate.
Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory.
When the Arisen appears, so too does the dragon. 'Tis an immutable truth of this world.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate. This moment forth, thou art arisen. Charge and all.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas... I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on, and by some miracle arisen. I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad the ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your... Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him.
Who might have the answers we need?
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my... I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Fernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this bit... But, well, as luck would have, we'll be ashamed to return empty-handed after coming all this way. What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that. If you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait...
We could make the fruit robberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at root.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. However, the more powerful the spell, thus a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. Very well, there is no wrong choice in any... But I shan't take up any more of your...
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead.
What say we gather some information?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on it. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself. Let's see.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to... Good. Then let us be on our way.
Goblins approach! Battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose. Master.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. I still... Well, not
An appropriate choice, Arisen. I'll gladly take the lead.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, all's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate. An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
Still waiting on that report.
My sword arm could use some work.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. It's
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.
Already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! And wait on the road ahead.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I've got the harpies towards here! Blame weakness!
I cannot fault your prowess.
Nice of you to say so!
Splendid. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
What's this? We're trapped. Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops! Craig, be on your guard. Focus. A moment of indecision may spell our doom. Perhaps.
It's time we made for the capital.
You have my gratitude, sir. It would seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your... Well now! The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling.
Water is seeping through here.
I know of nothing that demands your immediate notice. Where ought we to go now? We have obtained that which Miss Flora requested. Shall we go and deliver it to her? Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
If no one will do it in my stead, then I suppose I have little choice but to obey.
Over here, if you please. pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Enough. I'm not going to take that from you.
I'm a goner.
Somehow my feet always...
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
We have reached our destination.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper-like, I'll bet.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome. Sir Ricardo is in need of our aid. Certainly, Master. I can take you.
Aye? Did you want something?
What am I to do?
Would you mind coming over here? I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Sir Ricardo is in need of our aid.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? No? A shame, that. We'll be in need of helping hands for a while yet. Come.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Master! Goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Not bad. 'Tis a bit early to be thanking me. The enemy yet remains.
Splendid. Here we are. Tis a pleasure to meet you. Twill be an honor to serve by your side. This is generally used as a material.
Different combination.
Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
We'd best report back. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience. Methinks the troops will get more out of their trip.
Certainly worthwhile. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Time to get back to work.
I sleep on
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. Yet if aught were to befall me, I couldn't live with myself.
Well met, sir.
Bed calls. Can a sharp resist?
Lots to be taken care of before the day's done.
rest.
Be a slave.
I sleep on
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
I'd not say no to it.
At once, Master. The day grows darker with our every step.
Where we do not fall prey to enemy ambush.
Wonder if there are any rumors to be had.
Can't afford to get hurt. I think so.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Could be a fine spot to rest, should we have need of one. Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
And before I forget, the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combats through.
Are you so eager to chat with me? I thought we did enough of that on the road.
By your leave, Arisen.
Skeletons, Master!
Such fiends quail before holy light. The paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Unbelievable!
He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my ears on it. Yet before...
Oh, I can't complain, really.
Leave off before you burn my spite.
to do. He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
How have you been? I pray your road.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Perhaps it's time I went looking for him.
Fancy a look at my wares? It's good to be busy. Work begets opportunity. Always a pleasure.
I cannot wait to put this new equipment to use.
Let us hope 'tis not mere frippery.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on it. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
Here at the inn, we also offer. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Getting proper rest is an important duty.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Ready to forge on?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
surprise!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Arisen! Are you alright? I'll go and open the chest.
Find myself some work.
Oh. He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking. Don't expect to fare so well. What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. Time to get back to work.
Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought.
We shan't fall if we remain calm and watch our footing.
We ought to proceed with caution. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. We must not go down the wrong. Nicely done. Come, follow my example.
Bad idea.
Gran, I want to learn magic, please.
This again, child. You know full well your father has forbidden it. There are plenty of things more deserving of your interest. Why not turn your aspirations elsewhere?
Why must you always take Father's side?
Let my magics grant you an elemental.